Welcome back to our channel. If you are a business owner or marketer feeling overwhelmed by all the marketing tactics out there, well, you're not alone. It's easy to get caught up in trying to do it all, posting daily on every single social media platform, experimenting with every new marketing fad, and spreading yourself thin without seeing significant growth. But here's the truth, not all marketing strategies are created equal. In fact, some of them may be wasting your valuable time and resources without providing sustainable benefits. So let's get started in this video to understand why you should use SEO for your business. First, let's address a common misconception, the idea that you need to be everywhere doing everything to succeed in digital marketing. Many businesses believe that by maintaining an active presence on every social media platform, constantly tweaking paid ad campaigns, and jumping on every new trend, they're maximizing their reach and effectiveness. However, this approach often leads to diluted efforts and burnout. Why? Because quantity does not equal quality. When you spread yourself too thin, you can't give each strategy the attention it needs to be truly effective. Some tactics just simply don't offer the long-term benefits that justify the time invested. For example, social media posts have a very short lifespan. A tweet has a half-life of about 18 minutes and an Instagram post might only stay relevant for a few hours. Unless you already have a massive following, the impact of each post is minimal and fleeting. So what's the alternative? Focusing on strategies that offer compounding returns over time, like content creation for SEO. So let me explain now why content creation is the heart of SEO. Number one, evergreen value. Unlike social media posts, high quality content such as blog posts, articles, and videos provide ongoing value. These pieces remain accessible to users indefinitely and can continue to attract traffic and generate leads for years after they're published. I've seen this with my own blog posts. Some of them are about 5 or 6 years ago and they still appear on Google, bringing traffic to my websites every single day. Number two, improved search engine rankings. I've seen this with some of my clients' websites. The more content I'm adding to their websites, the more all of their pages are ranking in Google. Google likes to see a well-rounded website, so good quality content that meets the intent of what the searchers are looking for. This means more organic traffic without the continuous cost of paid advertising. Amazing, right? Number three, establishing authority and trust. When you produce content that educates and informs your audience, you position yourself as an expert in your field. This builds trust with potential customers, making them more likely to choose your products and services over your competitors. Number four, natural backlink generation. So you might have heard that backlinks are very important for websites. Well, creating a content is a natural way to get backlinks to your website. When people find that valuable content online, they will say, oh, I'll link to that. And then you get backlinks, right? For example, one of my top websites has thousands of links, right? But I didn't go out and ask people for those. I didn't pay anyone. It just created lots and lots of good content. Number five, content repurposing opportunities. So one piece of content can actually be transformed into multiple formats, like turning a blog post into a video script, an infographic, a podcast episode, a social media post, right? So you can make social media posts out of your blog post. That saves so much time, right? Don't create, social media posts separately. You should have one idea, one big blog post, and then boom, you can make lots of pieces of social media content from that blog post. So now let's think about how this contrasts to social media, right? As mentioned earlier, social media content has a very short lifespan. Unless you have a dedicated team or significant following, the return on investment is minimal. It's also highly saturated space, making it difficult to stand out without paid promotion. I know myself, when I go on social media, it takes me a long time to see traction, right? Even creating videos on YouTube, you need to make 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 videos on YouTube, and then, it takes a long time. It takes a long time to see success, right? It's also true that paid ads require constant investment, right? So paid advertising can generate traffic quickly, but it stops the moment you stop paying. So, organic traffic is just so much better because it's free, right? You don't have to keep paying day after day after day. You create that piece of content once, and then for years and years, you can get traffic to it. So if you have decided to shift your focus to content creation, and this is what I'm talking about here in this channel a lot, is creating blog content, right? Let's think about it, the steps that we can do to create good content. So step one is to understand your audience. So you need to research their needs and pain points. What questions are they asking and what problems do they need solved? This is perfect for creating content. Just take the questions that they're asking. I'm also doing that with this video, with this YouTube channel. You can check all my videos here. That's exactly what I'm doing. The questions that people are asking and thinking, how do I do this? Or, whatever pain points they have, I'm focusing in on those pain points and making content around that. This also works for your blog and your website. It's fantastic. So you can also use tools like SEMrush or Answer the Public to find trending topics and questions in your industry. Answer the Public is a great tool. It just gives you you just enter your keyword, and then it will give you all the questions that people ask related to that keyword. Step two is to develop a content strategy, right? Create a content calendar, right? Outlining topics, formats, and publication dates. So this is basically doing your keyword research, right? Research like you did in the last step, right? Get all of the questions that you need, that you want your audience are asking, right? And then create a calendar for that, for creating the actual content. So step three is to produce high quality content, right? You want to focus on content that provides depth and value, right? The competition now on Google is getting higher all the time, so you have to have the best content out there. For that, I recommend starting with AI, right? If you go to my channel link, you'll find a link there to a tool called Journalist AI. And that tool is really good for creating the first draft of your content, right? This tool will give you a 2,000 word generated article, generated by AI, and it gives you that first draft, right, that can take hours and hours to write by yourself. So what I do is I take that draft and I add my own little bits of expertise to that, and that's something that you should do to your blog post, and you can get a super high quality blog post done in 20-30 minutes. I promise you, it's fantastic. So check out that link. You can also get a 10% discount if you use the code Connor10. So let's move on to step four, and that is to optimize for SEO. So SEO is kind of based around the three principles or three different sections, right? The first one is on-page SEO, right? You want to have your keywords in the title, right? Google is changing its algorithm all the time, but right now, and from many years I've seen, if you have the keywords in the H1 title, the top of the blog post, and that's giving Google a clear signal about what this content is about. The second section is technical SEO, right? You just need to make sure your website is super fast, right? It's well optimized for mobile, all of those things that just make it easy to use for the user. And the third part is backlinks, right? We talked a little bit about this earlier. You just need a few links to your website so that it will rank better in Google. So step five is to repurpose and distribute your content, right? So just like we said earlier, repurpose, turn your blog post into, could be a video. You could turn your blog post into a video, use it as a script, and then you can get someone to read it out, and you will have more people looking at your content and therefore going to your website and increasing your brand awareness. Step six is then to engage with your audience. Anyone leaves a comment, try to get in a conversation with them. This is a great way to learn more about your audience and people are interested in your product. And step seven is to use the analytics, right? So you can use Google Analytics, Google Search Console, all right, to see all of the topics that you're ranking for, and then say, okay, well, this is a good topic here, right? I'm getting lots of people are interested in that. And then of course you can use that data to create more products or services, and create more blog posts too. So at this point you might be thinking many questions and might be thinking, well, you're not a content creator. Give it a try with AI, right? There's 3 free articles with the tool that I recommend. I'll leave it in the first comment down below, right? Give it a try, see if it works for you, and then all you need to do is just read through and say, okay, I don't like this part, I like this part, this is right, this is not right. This is a great way just to get yourself started, creating content for your website, and you can, get a first draft done all for you with AI for a very low price, right? I think it starts at like $1 per article or something like that. So just get started, get going with the content creation, right? And publishing to your website. So you might also be thinking that your industry is not very good for content creation, right? The thing is, I always think about this when I think about YouTube is, right, there's the entertainment side and the education side, right? So people are always looking for information about everything, right? And that's where you come in to educate your customers, or in this case, your potential customers. So I promise you that literally every single industry in the world can benefit with content creation, because there's always questions. People always need to learn new things, right? And things are always changing. So that is a great way to create content, right? The stuff that's new, trending topics, right? And create new content about that. So that's my advice to you. Stop wasting time on strategies that don't offer long-term value. I prefer creating blog posts, right? And YouTube videos is also the same as that, right? Where you just get value, you give value over time, and all of that compounds, right? Think about the example of money, right? It's very similar, right? You have to make sure your money is compounding over time and it grows exponentially. That's how people grow massive blogs with massive traffic. They put in years of work, right? I know it sounds overwhelming, but you have to start these things now, right? Just keep posting a few blog posts every week. That's what I do all the time on my blogs, and they keep growing and growing over time. That's it for this video. I wish you best of luck with your websites. Thanks for watching.